Hi guys, my name is Jordan and this is the first video in our Norton Family Farm series so that you guys can join us while we are developing our land and making it into our new home. So my husband is out on the road. He's an over-the-road truck driver, which means that he's not home most of the time. So for the majority of the videos, you will just see me and what I am able to do by myself with my twin 2-year-olds. So here's one of the 2-year-olds. This one is Axel. He's stumbling around because the ground is really uneven. He's usually the one who's a little more of a wild child. He spins in circles for fun. Then here's his brother Scott, and he's more calculating with everything he does and usually waits for instruction before he does things. They will both be in the videos all the time since they're with me all the time, and they will love it too. So we have one indoor cat, and his name is Theo, and he is a mouser. He's brought things from outside in that he's killed. And then we have 3 dogs that are inside dogs. The first one is Bear. He's the oldest at 9 years old. Then there's Buttercup at 8, and then Bandit at 5. There's our house and our drive. We're looking at where we're going to be placing the perennial garden items. So we do have a strawberry patch. It's that extra green spot right beyond the dead spot right in front of it. And we will be expanding that just a little bit and thinning down the strawberries there. They're very, very dense. So we're going to kind of clear that out a little bit. And we're also going to put asparagus and rhubarb that direction as well. Then you can see our driveway goes all the way down to where that those 2 white posts are. And then it turns and goes right all the way out to the roadway over there. And we are responsible for taking care of all of that gravel, even though that field that's a little extra green right now is not our land as well, which is fine. We're on an easement, that's fine. And those bushes that line the driveway are called Rose of Sharon bushes. And so the plan is to basically finish up the drive that we own the land on with those bushes, because they will act as a natural snow fence and snow barrier for us. This center area in our circle drive is going to eventually be full of flowers, but that's going to be a few years down the road. These are our 2 chicken coops. That one is the one we're going to be using the majority of the time, and then this one, hopefully whenever we get meat chickens, we'll be using that. And all of these trees that are around it are actually peach, plum, and apple trees that we just cut back a whole lot because they were super overgrown. So we cut them back in fall. So we're hoping that this spring they'll be able to produce a little bit of fruit for us. This is our machine shed, and inside it, well, we have the cats and the outside dog messing with the cats. But we also have our little tractor right there and a couple implements. This is the mowing deck, and this is the brush hog. And we have the tiller that's brand new as of 2 days ago for the big garden that we're gonna have. We have our volleyball net and the tire swing out there. We have a shed, and this shed does have electricity. I'm thinking that in the future we will put some rabbits in it. Right next to our future rabbit shed possibly is our wood shed, and that's just exactly what it sounds like. Holds the wood that we use for our fire pit, which is right behind it. And then that shed over there is our garden shed, and it has all of the pots. It'll hold soil. It will have garden tools besides the tiller. The tiller is going to stay in the machine shed. It'll have hoses, all of the things necessary for a garden. They decided they're just going to relax in the grass while I do the rest of this video. Now that field right there and the wooded area, that is not our land. Our land goes on the other side of the garden shed. And where you see all these boxes, I'm killing off the grass in places where the boxes actually stayed in place. And they are going to be for the garden. And the garden is going to be much larger than this. This is just how many boxes we had for moving. And so the garden is going to be that far back all the way across to well over this way, past the garden shed. So there's the garden shed. Past the garden shed. Oh, there's the compost pile. To approximately right around here or so ish, like where I'm standing. So this is all going to be garden, which is a huge garden. Then behind it we're going to have some berries and maybe a tree line. We might put a tree line right on the edge of our property because the wind out here is brutal. So we're going to do like berry bushes out that way. And then we're not entirely sure yet what we're going to do this way. But we do have all of this space too. That's basically right off of the back deck. At the end of July 2022, we sold our first home and we moved to this piece of property, which is approximately 10 acres. With our lovely home on it and some other sheds. We were very excited whenever we were able to buy this land because we've always dreamed of having a little farm. And when the opportunity arose, we just kind of took it. Since we moved in July, we've just been focusing on getting the house in order and putting pictures on the walls and getting everything in the right spot and unpacking and painting every single room in the house. And so now that the new year has started and spring is coming, we're getting ready to actually do things on the property. We're going to be covering all things farming, including chickens, rabbits, gardening with vegetables, flower beds, fruit, all sorts of things. We'll cover fencing and building things, DIY things for the most part. We plan on having goats and bees, and we'll probably even cover organization and then how we've designed our property to fit our needs best and how we're maintaining the property. Eventually, we may also have pigs, cows, and sheep. And we will be also expanding our orchard. So all those things are what you can expect moving forward. Our goals for this year, 2023, are to get the garden up and going, including thinning the strawberries, planting asparagus, getting the orchard to produce more pest-free fruit, getting the veggie garden tilled and going, and getting the compost bin put together. We also want to can everything that we harvest or store it, and so we'll have to put together storage for fruits and vegetables like potatoes and onions and garlic that we're just going to store in the basement. And then we have to reinforce the canning storage that we have down there because it's not going to hold up to too many more cans in the center of those shelves. And then we also want to get and raise chicks and have some fresh eggs. So we'll have to set up a coop for them, get everything ready for the brooder. And then I'm also going to set up mealworm farm, a fodder system, and then black soldier fly larva gathering system. So you guys will come on the journey with us for that. And then the last goal is to record and document all the things that we do, so that we can watch as we do more and improve our land. We're excited to start this journey with you. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.